Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you are welcome to Jungle's Entertainment. Here we'll give you sizzling hodges of what is trending in Nigeria and Africa and the world at large. Please, if you are new and missed, where to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and also the like, so as to stay updated with the times. We've had so many terrible issues that have been going on around Nigeria, but let's start with the entertainment industry because that is the only thing that has been giving us joy, that has been putting smiles from our ears to ears. Let's start with Wizkid. Apple Music new R&B playlist cover features Wizkid and Thames. That song is Essence. If you haven't listened to the song, please listen to that song and drop a comment below. That song is late. According to Apple, they say the combination of Nigerian singers Wizkid and Thames on Essence is nothing short of magic. The single, which arrived on Wizkid's Made in Lagos album from October, glides along a blissful Afro-pop production that makes you want to dance and cuddle a loved one all at once. Thames' voice is delicate and sweet, making for a perfect complement to Wizkid's deeper, warmer tones. Essence may have dropped during the milder season of the Northern Hemisphere, but it's surely heating up the summer now. Listen to Essence and add R&B now to your library to stay up to the latest and greatest of the genre. Well, according to Apple, they've said Essence is trending as the hit song of the summer. Just watch the video of people outside the country, outside Nigeria or outside Africa, dancing to the song Essence. In other words, from this video, you can see they must have listened to the song as in back to back. They've listened to the song hundreds of times. They know the lyrics from back to back, and they were singing it and dancing at the same time. Just listen to the song. Yeah, we just saw people dancing to Essence. That song is late. And it's been 7 months since Wizkid dropped this album, Made in Lagos. And so far, so good. Wizkid has achieved a lot. This album has been doing very well for Wizkid. The album, Made in Lagos, has 532.8 million total stream in its 7th month. From Apple Music, it has 156.46 million streams. From Audiomack, 144.6 million streams. From YouTube, 106.8 million streams. From Spotify, 101.54 million streams. And from Boomplay, 23.4 million streams. Congratulations to you, Wizkid. Big ups. This album is huge. Well, regarding this album, Made in Lagos, Wizkid hasn't gone for a tour yet because of the coronavirus outbreak and stuff. And it's been 7 months. And Wizkid dropped a message recently that he will start going for a tour. Someone attacked Wizkid. Wizkid is like under attack for being a hypocrite, that Wizkid is a hypocrite. According to the Twitter user, that was when Twitter was still alive. But right now, the government has banned Twitter indefinitely. We don't even know when Twitter will come back to the country. We will tell you about that anyway. According to the tweets, the person said Wizkid is inconsiderate for announcing the tour amidst the horrendous killings in the eastern part of Nigeria. He recounted how Wizkid bashed Ricardo Banks for announcing their collaboration amidst the NSAS protests in 2020. The Twitter user is identified as Silent Observer, and he lambasted Wizkid on Twitter for announcing a tour. That how can you go on a tour when stuff like this are happening in the eastern part of the country, but not just in the eastern part of the country. In the northern part of the country, we'll be hearing of civil unrest, insecurities here and there. In the southern part of the country, eastern part of the country, and even western part of the country. I mean, the country is like under insecurity right now because we keep hearing news of insecurity, unknown gunmen abduct people from here and there, and that has been trending. It's been going around. It's been going around the country. I mean, is it logical or advisable for Wizkid to go on a tour in Nigeria in times like this? Anyway, don't forget to drop your comments below. As I said earlier, so many things have happened in our beloved country, Nigeria. So many terrible news here and there. Today is Sunday, 6th of June, 2021. And over the week, the past week, so many terrible things have happened in the country. Regarding insecurity, the federal government set up a committee. And guess what? The committee was to reduce youths leaving the country. They don't want people to leave the country. They want youths and Nigerians to remain where they are, to remain in this country, Nigeria. Apart from that, the Federal Road Safety Corps advises Nigerians to ride bicycles to avoid road accidents. That came from the desk of the FRSC, that Nigerians should start riding bicycles to avoid road accidents. So these guys, are they trying to let us know that if we start riding bicycles, we won't be having accidents again in the country? That we should start riding bicycles to avoid. These guys are funny. Nigeria is like becoming a funny country. What are your thoughts on that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Still talking about our beloved country, Nigeria. There's the Director General of the NYC dropped a message that corps members can be mobilized for war. According to the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Ibrahim, he says corps members are part of the national defense policy of Nigeria and can be mobilized for war if need be. Nigerians have been reacting to this. So many Nigerians have been dropping in comments regarding this. Also, Sowore announces nationwide protest on June 12th. Disclosing this on Twitter, that was before Twitter was banned. He said, "Good morning, oppressed citizens. We urge you to please join us nationwide/worldwide to engage in massive street action on June 12, 2021. Hashtag June 12 protest. Hashtag Buhari must go. Hashtag revolution now." Also, over the week, Nigerian company buys off ShopRite Nigeria. Ketron Investment Limited, a subsidiary of Peshanas Investment Limited, has completed the acquisition of ShopRite operations in Nigeria, the Cable reports. Peshanas, a property firm and developer of the popular The Palms shopping mall, is owned by Tayo Amusan. Also in the news, in last week's news, President Muhammadu Buhari threatened young Nigerians via Twitter. According to the president's tweet, he said many of those misbehaving today are too young to be aware of the destruction and loss of lives that occurred during the Nigerian Civil War. Those of us in the field for 30 months who went through the war will treat them in the language they understand. This was the tweet that got deleted by Twitter. And guess what? After this tweet was deleted, the presidency, those around his cabinet had to scrap out Twitter. They banned Twitter indefinitely. So we can't tweet again in Nigeria. So people have been using the Visual Private Network to access Twitter. Nigerians have been using the Visual Private Network to access Twitter. And now the presidency also drops a message that if you are caught using Visual Private Network to access Twitter, or if you are caught accessing Twitter in any way, that you'll be imprisoned. That is Nigeria for you. And also, CAN seeks adoption of 18 years as minimum age for marriage. That happened last week too. According to CAN, they dropped a message that we recommend that the Constitution shall bring clarity and emphasis to recognizing and affirming 18 years as the age of maturity, and that for sexual consent. The Christian Association of Nigerian Chairman, John Oladapo. That message came from the desk of CAN Chairman, John Oladapo, that if someone is 18 years, the person can go and marry. This should have been embedded in the Constitution, but the senators came up and told us that they can't give us a new Constitution, so we have to stick with the 1999 Constitution. So that is the Constitution we are still using. You know, last week there was this clamor for a new Constitution in the country, that we are tired of this 1999 Constitution because it's not really giving us what we expect or what we want. You know, this government came in and told us they want to change, but we haven't really seen the change. Well, things are changing, but are they changing for the better or for the worse? What's your thoughts anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. What happened in the country last week? So many people have been dropping in comments. Well, let's read from the desk of comedian Mr. Macaroni, Debo Macaroni. According to Debo Macaroni, he said General Buhari and APC used this same Twitter to criticize past administrations and campaign for elections. Now that the citizens are holding them accountable with the same platform, heat is catching them. They want to take away the people's freedom of speech. Dictatorship 101. Remember, in Nigeria, we have democracy. Democracy is like government of the people, by the people, and for the people. People have been complaining about what President Muhammadu Buhari did, that it is very wrong, that it is wrong to the superlative degree. Because the same thing happened in the United States of America when President Donald Trump was still the president then. His tweets, some of his tweets were deleted. President Trump didn't go as far as, you know, asking network providers in the country to ban Twitter. No. Twitter was still being used by other citizens in the country, but our case in Nigeria is different. Only one man. I mean, one man's tweets were just deleted. One man's tweets, his one tweet, not that hundred of tweets. One tweet was just deleted, and the president went as far as asking network providers to scrub out Twitter. We don't even have access to Twitter again in this country. But you know, technology is like growing by the day. It's dynamic. It is not static. So people are now using the visual private network to access Twitter. Someone dropped a message regarding this, that we are scared of traveling to North Korea, and North Korea is now in Nigeria because this government is like a dictatorial state. Nigeria is like becoming a dictatorial state where the president will just tell you, you can't do this, you can't eat since I have not eaten. That is like what is happening in this country. But what I thought anyway, according to Mr. Macron, he said this dictatorship 101. But as I said, some people are benefiting from the government because if you have been reading people's reaction regarding this Twitter suspension, indefinite suspension in Nigeria, some persons are fully in support of President Muhammadu Buhari. One of such persons is his wife, Aisha Buhari. Merely this saga, happened. She went to Twitter and deactivated her account. Another people in the presidency, in the cycle of the presidency, have also deactivated their own accounts. What about you? Have you deactivated your account? Are you still using Twitter? From what the federal government has said, that they will arrest anybody that is using Twitter, that is seen tweeting. What are your thoughts on that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Today is Sunday, as I said earlier, 6th June 2021. We just got up this morning to a bad news that Prophet TB Joshua is dead, and he died at the age of 57. His real name is Temitope Balogun Joshua. He is a frontline Nigerian preacher and televangelist. Mr. Joshua is the founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, SCOAN, or SCOAN. He died in Lagos on Saturday evening, shortly after concluding a program at his church. The Gazette learned from family sources who did not want to be quoted, as an official statement was still being prepared. He was age 57. The cause of death was not immediately disclosed to the Gazette, but family sources said his remains had been deposited at the morgue and an autopsy would be performed forthwith. Mr. Joshua reigned for several decades as a fiery preacher on television, using his platform to attract a large number of Christians from across the world. Emmanuel TV, run by Mr. Joshua's Kwan, is one of Nigeria's biggest or largest Christian broadcast stations, available worldwide via digital and terrestrial switches. In 2014, his church was at the center of a multinational investigation following a section of his church headquarters in Lagos collapse, leaving dozens killed and many more injured. Mr. Joshua denied allegations of negligence, and a trial over the incident was still underway prior to his demise. Well, we'll keep you updated on this, on the cause of his death, because according to the family, they say they'll be doing an autopsy on his dead body. So they'll definitely come up with something that led to his demise or to his death. Regarding the Twitter ban in Nigeria, the Nigerian government also proposed registration requirements for other social media platforms. Canada, UK, USA, Ireland, and the European Union expressed disappointment in a joint statement that reads, "The diplomatic missions of Canada, the European Union delegation to Nigeria, the Republic of Ireland, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America convey our disappointment over Nigeria's announcement suspending hashtags with Twitter and proposing registration requirements for other social media. We strongly support the fundamental human right of free expression and access to information as a pillar of democracy in Nigeria as around the world, and these rights apply online as well as offline. Banning systems of expression is not the answer. These measures inhibit access to information and commerce at precisely the moment when Nigeria needs to foster inclusive dialogue and expressions of opinions, as well as share valid information in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Of a more secure Nigeria lies in a more, not less, communication to accompany the concerted effort of Nigeria's citizens in fulsome dialogue toward unity, peace, and prosperity. As Nigeria's partner, we stand ready to assist in achieving these goals." We've heard it from the foreign mission, the United States, Canada, UK, they have dropped, and the European Union, they have dropped their message that what the Nigerian government did is not democratic. It is not democratic at all. And they are not happy with what the presidency, they are not happy with the decision the presidency took, that it is not democratic. What's your thoughts on that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Thank you very much for watching Junglist Entertainment. We hope you entertained. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and also like so as to stay updated with the time. Take care of yourself and have a lovely day.